Matchup here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings playing host to the LA Clippers. Opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Has a chance, knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Shot by Barnes, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Shot clock winding down. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Barnes gets it in the right corner. They work it down to Barnes. The jumper's off the mark. Has a look. Gallinari off the mark. Late heave to beat the buzzer. No time left on this period. It's the Kings with the lead. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Into the front court, it's Fox. Looking to make something happen. Barnes driving, but his shot won't fall. Short jumper stays out.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And the Clippers able to clear the board. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side. Rebounds brought down by Cauley-Stein. Buddy Hield to Fox. Navigating through traffic. Can't miss those. I missed a short one there. Another shot won't go either. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
De'Aaron Fox. Wide open look, won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter.
Defense! Defense, let's go!
Going to launch beyond the arc, and the rebound corralled by Cauley Stein. To Hield. Harrison Barnes. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Trying to cash in. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Fox. Driving right to the basket. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Fox into the front court. His group now down 2. To Barnes. Has a chance. Harrison Barnes. He's 3 for 7.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Has a look. That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Long key from 3/4 court. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers are out in front. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And a lot of people might not have expected this to be a one-score game this late. But wait, Jay, we have ourselves a ball game.
And I've been in this situation so many times as a team that's been the favorite. You expect to win the ball game, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of a true battle. This looks like it could be anybody's game right now.
To Hield. Beyond the arc for 3. Buddy Hield is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 86% from the line. First try at the line, no good. Second of 3, no good. And he converts from the line. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Fox. LA Clippers with the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Off the mark at the line. Fox across the timeline. His guys down 3. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Runner here won't go. And they call the foul. Jay Hughes there too late.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one, count it. Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Fox with it. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Down low, Cauley Stein. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's LA Clippers ball. Surveys the floor. Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Desperation shot for the win. No time left on this period. We have a tie ball game. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. De'Aaron Fox goes to the right side. Five on the shot clock for Sacramento. Fires the 3. He'll force that one. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Five on the shot clock. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Harrison Barnes. Can't connect from in close. The follow won't go either. And finishes strong. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Into the front court, it's Fox, trailing by 4. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. De'Aaron Fox. That's good D. Shot no good. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul. Now the intentional foul as they get it with a little under 20 seconds left to play. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. The Kings will use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. He's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
De'Aaron Fox at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 72%. First try, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. And hits the first free throw.
I like that.
And he makes them both.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win it in overtime. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers worked some overtime to get the win. It was impressive to watch them battle fatigue on their way to a positive result. In the end, their perseverance was rewarded in a grueling game. The Clippers got their points scored from these guys on screen. The Kings did their best in OT, but it wasn't enough to get the win. I'm sure they wanted to do some different things in those extra minutes, but what's done is done. Perhaps they'll have this game in their mind the next time they face overtime. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Sacramento Kings lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota controls the tip. Rose. Here comes the screen. To Towns. Curling inside. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. J. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this. He will be one of the future centers in the game.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. They get it down to Millsap. Shot from the lane, won't go. Dario Saric tips it. Calls out of bounds off of Andrew Wiggins. To Millsap. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot by Millsap, won't go. To Rose. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets. Millsap. The shot, almost.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Timberwolves have the lead. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
To Rose. Here comes the screen. Rose. Layup goes down. Well done.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Jokic. And the rebound taken in by the T-Wolves. Rose into the front court. Leads a bucket. From the painted area, won't go down. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Jokic. Good look that time, but off the mark. It's Minnesota basketball. Rose. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. They'll let one fly from half court. We've reached halftime in a two-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first two quarters as we resume play here in the third. Nuggets have the possession to Jokic. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Goes to the left side. Whoa! What a finish!
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Jokic matched up with the former Wildcat. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Down low, Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken by the Wolves. Rose into the front court. 10-4 is the score. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here comes the screen. Nikola Jokic, guarded by Towns. To Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Rose, deep left corner. They get it down for Towns. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nuggets. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The assist from number 55.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Cleans it up. Offensive board. That ends the 3rd quarter. It's the Timberwolves in front. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. The Wolves down to 4 on the shot clock. Rose. Derrick Rose, still a sight to see. Well defended. He finds a way to knock it down.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Jokic. Can't connect from inside. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose. Probing the defense. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence.
Jokic against Karl Anthony Towns. Here comes the screen. Jokic can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Calls out of bounds off of Andrew Wiggins. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver. They're down big in this 4th quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. To Miles Bridges. To Jokic. Oh, Nikola Jokic. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Now whistle. Timeout for Denver. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Short jumper off the mark. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves won this matchup with a significant margin. This was all about points in the paint, and that's without question. How could anyone argue with the kind of execution that results in the highlights like these? The Timberwolves got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The Nuggets lost this game long before the final buzzer. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. The Nuggets relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Field goals.
The Denver Nuggets were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team. They were at their worst in the first half.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. Jackson to Drummond. Cashes in for two.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down just a couple. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Pistons have it.
Here we go. Here we go. In the stance. It's coming. In the stance.
Jackson to Alonzo Trier. Jackson. His first effort off the mark. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer roster that's built to win now.
And Coach Bud brings stability to a team that had a lot of question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last year. That caused some drama with him and Giannis. You hire Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. But now when you bring Coach Bud to the table, you bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Screen coming. Alonzo Trier down to Griffin. Slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Giannis with it up top. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. They'll get it down low to Lopez. And the finish. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Pistons ball here. Jackson. Here comes the screen. Jackson down low for Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The assist from number 1, Reggie Jackson.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. We played one at Little Caesars Arena with the Pistons on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Thursday night on EA Sports. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Jackson to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin, 3 for 3 in this first half. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Jackson with it. Up by 3. Down to Griffin. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. For 3. Rebound Drummond. Jackson with it. Up 5. To Drummond. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Nothing going here on that drive. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jackson with it. Leads 5. Rebound taken down by the Bucks. First half comes to an end. The Pistons with the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Pistons certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons. The Bucks have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
was cold.
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Brook Lopez. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jackson with it. His guys lead here. Early stages, third quarter. Bledsoe with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. To Antetokounmpo. You've got to get that one to go. To Jackson. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
It's Detroit's ball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Jackson. Off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Greek Freak for 2. The rebound's taken by Detroit. 3 quarters down. The Pistons have the lead. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Jackson. To Griffin. Finish that. Bledsoe at the basketball. Down 5. To Antetokounmpo. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot to Bledsoe. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Jackson to Griffin. Working hard on the glass. Follows his own shot with that one. Nice follow-up.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Driving right to the basket. Slam dunk.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Alonzo Trier to Reggie Jackson. Gets it in the right corner. Down low for Griffin. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
And he'll go to the foul line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. From 18 feet at the buzzer, the Pistons are the winners as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pistons put one in the win column with a solid performance. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Detroit Pistons. The Bucks didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And offensively, their execution was terrible. They didn't have a single score in double digits. That says it all right there. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Blake Griffin gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.